Hi everybody. Today we are going to see introduction to C++. So first of all we see what is C++. This is a general definition for C++. C++ is a general purpose, high level, compiler based and object oriented programming language. So C++ is general purpose, high level, compiler based and object oriented programming language. So what is general purpose programming language? What is general purpose? So basically what happens is in C++ you can develop many softwares on through one C++ program. We can develop many software programs. For example, software developed through C++ or one thing is operating system. As you know, operating system is a mediator between hardware and software. Okay, so example of operating system is DOS, Windows, Linux, etc. Not only that, we can develop editors. You can create editors through C++. So what are the editors? Everybody knows editors. The Notepad, WordPad, EditPlus and so on. All these are editors. So where we will type and it is used for typing purpose. Then we have commercial applications. Commercial applications, everybody know why we are using commercial applications. The commercial application is such as bank, supermarket, and so on. So all these are commercial applications wherein we can get money from this. So outside the computer language, whatever we develop, this is called as commercial application. Then we have database. Everybody know what database is. The famous database is Oracle, then SQL, PLSQL, etc. etc. We can develop database also in C++ language. Then we can create translators. What is translators? Translators are converters. We can say converters. It converts high level language into machine language. Example of the translators are compiler, interpreter and assembler. There are different types of translators like compiler. So is this C++ is a compiler based programming language. Okay, so it here in C++ the translator what we use is compiler. In different language different things will be used. In some other place you will be having interpreter, in some other place you will be having assembler, etc. Then we can create device drivers also. What is device drivers? For example, if you want to install a keyboard, just you want to connect a keyboard to the computer, or if you want to connect a printer to a computer. So first of all, the it asks for driver, or automatically what happens is nowadays when you connect a printers, automatically the drivers are installed. Without the drivers, the printer is not recognized. So for every device, whatever it may be, so external device, actually I can say that external device needs drivers to recognize the particular device. So what happens is for that you will call the device drivers will be installed. So once you connect keyboard or printers or PCs, then the drivers will automatically install, which will recognize the particular device. After recognizing it, that will be working on the particular PCs wherever you connect it, hardware. Okay. Then we have games. For example, you can have PC games, you can have mobile games. All these mobile games, PC games, all these games are again created from this C++ programming language. One more main advantage of this C++ programming language is you can create protocols. So in this protocol you can create HTTP, then FTP, file transfer protocol. All these are protocols. So as per this, so we can develop all these things: operating system, editors, commercial application, database, translators, device drivers, okay, PCs and mobile games, protocols. All these things are developed in C++ program. That's why you say it is a general purpose language. Okay, C++ is a general purpose language. And what is high level language? Already we have discussed high level language in our previous chapters. So here, before knowing that this, we will check what is software. What is software? Software is simply said as it is a collection of program. Okay. So what exactly software is? For example, if I say media player. So when you say the media player, you will have different type of programs. For example, play, pause, stop, etc., etc. Once you click the play button, automatically what happens? The icon automatically changes to pause button. So if you see that, automatically there is a program inside that which says that if you click the play button, it should convert it into pause button. At the same way, if you click the pause, then you can say that it will change it again into play button. So all these are given inside the uh, inside that button. So this is called as program. So there are many programs like this: forward program, backward program. All these are programs which is there. So all this collection of program is again said to be a media player. So then we have different type of softwares. We will say there are two types of softwares. One is system software. Okay, one is system software, and one more thing is application software. So these are the two softwares, main softwares. So what is system software? Everybody knows. See, without the system software, you cannot run any application software. All the application software runs on system software. This is the main thing. If you give an example, like our body has a heart. So heart, what it will do? It will pump blood to every parts of the body. So once it keeps on pumping, then every other parts will work. The same way, system without the system software, you don't have any application software. You cannot run any application software without the system software. What are the system software? For example, already we have told what is the system software, like operating systems. Okay? Operating systems like example DOS, Windows, Linux. So what this system software will do? It has a interaction between human and the softwares, or else just we can say that it is a interaction between hardware and software. So hardware without the operating system is nothing. So every hardware is again installed with system software. After the installation of system software, then we have application software, wherein you have many different types of applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Then there are many programs like C++. All these are application software. Now let us see the layout of a C++ program, how the C++ program works. So here, take this example: hash include iostring. Then you have using namespace std. Then we have int main, and inside this we have variable declaration, statement 1, statement 2, statement last, etc., etc. Then finally you have return 0. So program starts here in this place, and we have in this place the program ends. So include directive here as include IO stream. This is IO stream is input and output stream. All the input statement and output statement is given inside this IO stream. If you want to use C in or C out, you have to give this directive. And standard namespace is there inside this IO stream. This is the main function. So what the main function is? See, main function is the entry point. So once the compiler, it first checks for this main function. Once the main function is there, it will go inside this. Without the main function, the compiler will not work. So once the main function is there, then it goes inside this. It will check for what are the programs inside this main function. Then it will go work and according to it. All these are executable statements, and this is a return statement because the return type is int. This is a simple program as include IO string using namespace std int main int number 1 number 2 sum. This is the declaration, and cout is the enter first number. We will see a simple program in C++. Here you see this. I am going to use the online editor, that is cpp.sh, that is C++ shell. You can use this online editor to do the programs and compile it. So first I am typing as include IO stream. Then you type using namespace std. And I just increase the size of this. Now int. Now I say int main. This as I already told, main is the entry point. Each and every time the compiler look for this main program. If the main function is there, then it will go inside this, and from there it will enter into other things, and first the main program is executed. So here in this I will say cout. This is just to print hello world. The first simple program how you are going to print hello world. Then you have to say return 0. So now if I run here, you can just see hello world. So it is as simple as that. So just you have to use, whenever you are going to use this cout, you need to give IO stream and you have to give std also. If you remove this, then there will be a error. Cout was not declared in this scope. So you can put this std here and make like this, and then again I run the hello world will run. If you give using namespace std in before the main program, it will be used for all the programs. So if I want to give again cout and I want to give hi, how are you? See here I did not give std. In this place I did not give std. Again when I run, it will give the same error. Now this std is for this cout, so there is no std here. So standard I do have to give here also std, and I have to run it. Instead I remove both of these. I just say globally using namespace std. So what happens, how many times you give cout, it is included in this standard. So here I can give end with, it will end the line and it will go to the next line. Now you will see how to compile and run a C++ program. So this is the word processor, that is editor, used to type a program and correction it. Then after that, this is the source file. What we get, this source file is again converted through compilers. Compiler attempts to translate program into machine codes. That's what compiler does. Already we have learned what compiler is. It will compile. Once it is successful, then it is an object file is created. If it is not successful, then you have an error message. So this is object file. Again, you see there are other object files, format binary. So both these object files are linked. Okay, this you will use this linker, that is resolver cross reference among object files. So both object files are again linked. Then after linking it, then you will find an executable file, that is .exe file. So that is the executable file which will load into it. After executable file, there is a loader that copies executable file into memory, initiates execution of the instruction. So this is how the input data is given and you will find the result. So after this you will see testing and debugging. So what testing and debugging is? This is a bug or a mistake. Bug, what is bug? Bug means a mistake or error in a program. So once the program is compiled, you will face some mistakes, some errors will be there. So what type of errors? There are different type of errors. So whatever the error is, that error is called as bug. Then debugging is the process of eliminating bugs. The process of eliminating bugs in a program means I am clearing all the errors. That is called as debugging. So there are different types of errors. One is syntax error. What is syntax error? That is the violation of rules of the programming language. All the programming language has some rules and regulations. So you have to follow the rules and regulations. We learned this C++. Now what we are learning. We are learning how to program it. Now what are the rules to be followed? All these things we learn. So that is called as uh, rules to be learned from programming language. So if you violate any rules of that programming language, then there will be a syntax error. Then comes the runtime errors. This is detected by the computers when the program is in run. So that is numerical calculation, divide by 0, whatever it may be. See, when the runtime error occurs, it occurs after the program runs. And if you, for example, if you divide by 0, the loop will go to into loops. It will go to multiple loops. So this is the place where it should not divide by 0. That is where there is a mistake. So that is runtime error. Then we have logic errors. So what logic error is? That is mistakes in the underlying algorithm, or we translating the algorithm into C++ language. Means the algorithm is not as per the requirement, or while you are translating the algorithm, the code is not according to the algorithm. So this is called as logical error, and these are the three types of errors. That is, one is syntax error, another thing is runtime error, and another thing is logic error. So this is a sample program, C++ program. You have to try it. Write a program that displays the product of two integers. So that's all for now for this session. Thank you very much.